It's a miracle. Please welcome your first comedian all the way from Switzerland. Give it up for Thomas Wiesel.
Thank you. Please make some noise for John Flismus, everybody. So yeah, as John said, I'm from Switzerland. I'm a long way from home, and I can tell because this room is the size of my country. And also the show did not start on time. So I did not want to go first tonight, but apparently in this country white people always come first, so here I am. No, the truth is John told me to go first and I said okay, because people like me don't argue with people like him, because people who look like John have killed people who look like me before. And listen, I'm sure John is a nice guy, but these I don't know if he's been to jail or anything, but these tattoos don't look like they were done in a professional tattoo parlor, is all I'm saying. These tattoos look like they were paid for with cigarettes, so I'm surrounded by South Africans, so this is how Lesotho feels. This is a bit weird for me. It's like a bunch of black people judging a nervous white dude. This is revenge for centuries of slave auctions. So these jokes, I've never said them in my life, and this is not my first language, and I don't usually perform in English, so if you laugh, I'm happy. If you don't, I still got a free trip to South Africa, so I don't care. And I'm happy it's in Johannesburg and not Cape Town, because you guys look like you need to laugh more. All my friends from Europe were telling me, if you go to South Africa, you should go to Cape Town. It's a lot nicer, it's more European. I'm like, I'm from Europe. Why would I want to take a plane for 11 hours to go to somewhere that's European? That's a waste of time and money. That's like... That's so stupid. That's so dumb. That's like cheating on your girlfriend with her sister. Or as people from Alberton called it, a Tuesday night. So yeah, they convinced me to come to this festival. They told me, you'll see, Thomas, it's a really nice city, it's a beautiful venue, and there'll be a lot of pretty girls, and they didn't lie, it's a beautiful venue. Yeah. I'm joking. No, you South African woman, you're beautiful, you know it. South African men, average. You girls deserve better, is all I'm saying. And I know what I look like when I say this. I know. People have been giving me direction to Wits University all week, so I'm not a computer scientist, I'm not an engineering student, I'm a comedian, okay? It's okay. I know what I look like, I know what you guys are thinking. This is what Helen Ziller would look like if she grew a beard, I know. And if you have some DA supporters in the audience who don't like that joke, you can text me. I heard you love texts. No, people have been really nice to me. They've been really wanting to show me what's beautiful in South Africa. They've been telling me, you gotta come see the white lions, you gotta go see the black wildebeests, and the rarest of them all, a yellow bone who's single. Listen. If there are some South African women in the audience tonight, I just want to say one thing. I'm a Swiss male, you're South African females. The two people that I know that have come from Swiss males and South African females are Trevor Noah and Roger Federer. That's a pretty good list, is all I'm saying. So maybe, if some people in the audience want to be multimillionaires 20 years from now, those are good odds. The numbers don't lie, is all I'm saying. Now, people have been nice to me. People really wanted me to go on a safari. They kept telling me, you have to go on a safari, you have to visit a game reserve, you have to go to the lion park, you can pet the lions, and they were insisting a lot, so I thought it was suspicious, and I Googled white people safari. Now I know why they wanted me to take a safari. White people die on these shit. You guys know it's dangerous. That's why you tell the tourists to go there, so they get scared and they don't come back. That's the... It's okay. I'm doing this show and then I'm leaving, I swear. I know you heard this before, but this time I mean it. I'm not planning to stay here. No, I saw a few different things. They took me to Soweto, and I saw some white people in the audience, so I quickly explained what Soweto is. The township on the southwest of Johannesburg. It's a real place, you can go there, it's not like Wakanda. And they took me to Soweto first thing off the plane. I landed and they took me to Soweto. That was a power move. That was to tell me, look what you have done. And I started feeling guilty and I was like, that wasn't me. And they told me, now you sound like every white South African. No, and I understand a lot more about you now, and I understand how apartheid was a really traumatic part of the history of South Africa. Apartheid ended 25, 30 years ago, according to the history books, way before I was born, according to every white South African. I read a statistic that said that 44% of South Africans never or rarely speak to someone of a different race. And you call yourself a rainbow country, and I guess that's true, because just like in a rainbow, colors don't mix and they stay together. And you know how in a ray of light they say there's every color in the rainbow, but only white sticks out? That's South Africa for you. Come on, it's fire in the hole. What were you guys expecting? There's more where that came from. So they took me around Johannesburg. I was walking in the CBD. That's the joke. I heard, are you serious? No, I am not. No, they told me to take a taxi and they showed me how to call a taxi, and they showed me also how to call a local Joe Burger. If you want to call a taxi, you wave your hand. If you want to call a Joe Burger, you wave your iPhone. They'll take it from you. And they taught me the taxi signs, and I already forgot them. It's way too complicated. They told me that this is, I don't know, Soweto, this is local, this is 4 ways, and there's way too many signs for me to remember. I was talking to a comedian friend, and I was telling them with the heat that my balls were feeling crumpled and soggy, and the taxi stopped and took me to Orange Farm. That's a lie. That did not happen. That's a lie. They told me, be careful, don't lie too much, otherwise the ANC will ask you to be an MP. Now, I read about your politics a little bit. I read about your politics. I saw that you have a strong leader who's running the country now, and I really don't want to butcher his name. I hope I pronounced this right. Is it Atul Gupta? Is that correct? Is that correct? It's good to see there are some things you can rally together about, because South Africa is a pretty divided country. The whites don't like the blacks, who don't like the Indians, who don't like the colors, who don't like the whites, but everybody hates the Guptas, so that's nice. The Guptas, to me, they're like the Kardashians. Like, there's a shitload of them, you can't tell them apart, and they got where they are by screwing black people. But you can rest assured, I'm not here in your country for the money. I'm Swiss, all the African money is already at home, so you can... No, I read about your president, Ramaphosa, and he's been in power for a year, which I think is nice. Not him particularly, it's just nice to see an African country change presidents in my lifetime. Ramaphosa is a billionaire in a country full of poor people, and he's like, I wish I could find the money to help you guys, but where? I think I have an idea. I don't want to be mean to Ramaphosa because I know he's prepared to spend millions on South Africans as long as they're buffaloes. I don't know if you guys saw this, but a few years ago he bid 18 million rands to buy a buffalo, and he didn't get it. And then he became president, so apparently it's easier to buy the South African presidency than a buffalo. So this is my first time, and now probably last, in South Africa. And as soon as I got here, I checked into the hotel, I checked my email, and I got a message immediately. Your email was hacked. We have a suspicious connection from South Africa. You guys don't have a great reputation abroad. When I told my grandma I was coming here, she got really worried. She was like, Thomas, please don't get killed. I was like, don't worry, Grandma. Even if I get killed, I'll call Pastor Luca. I'll be back in life in no time. That was a great video. I really enjoyed that. You have two great actors in South Africa. You have Charlize Theron and the guy who came back to life in that video. Yeah, Pastor brought him back to life. He didn't bring back the ability to close his mouth, apparently. And you guys all made fun of that video, and I understand. And you have a lot of preachers. I think my favorite is Bushiri. I really read up on Bushiri. I really like him, Bushiri. He claims he can walk on air. I think is interesting. Why the hell do you have 4 private planes then? And he said he took a selfie with God. And nobody has seen it. If I had a selfie with God, everybody would have seen it. I would have shown it to everybody. It would be my profile picture, it would be my screensaver. I would have it on a t-shirt. I would get a tattoo of my selfie with God. I would ask John for his tattoo guy and go somewhere else. So this means that Bushiri met God, and he didn't ask him to put an end to poverty, to AIDS, to starvation, to war, to Somizi's career. He didn't even ask him to drop the charges against him. He just asked him for a selfie. No, but let's be honest, I mean, Bushiri's really done some miracles. Like he said he can make poor people rich. He has done so once himself. That counts. And he can really make miracles happen. He can fill soccer stadiums, which is something Bafana can't do. And I make fun of him, but he gets 80,000 people and we get 300, so he's a lot funnier than we are. And he also said he could get rid of HIV, which, to be fair, is really easy. You just got to take a shower afterwards, apparently. And that was a crazy story as well. I really enjoyed that one. So Jacob Zuma slept with a girl that had HIV and didn't put a condom. So apparently to Jacob Zuma, condoms are like South African laws. He does not know they exist. And there's something I don't get. Zuma fascinates me because he has 6 wives and 21 kids. There's probably more now, I counted before the show, but 6 wives, 21 kids, and apparently of the 21 kids, about half are born to women that aren't one of his 6 wives. So how do you have 6 wives and you manage to impregnate people you're not married to? Now I get why you elected him, because he's the best multitasker in the world. That's really impressive. And they told me that they spend millions every year in spousal support for Jacob Zuma's wives and ex-wives, and that tells you why South African budget is pretty tight, is because of Zuma's dick. And I really don't get the women in this case, because, I mean, the women that sleep with Zuma, when you see Zuma's face, you don't tell yourself, I want to see that man naked. The dude looks like one of Master Yoda's testicles, let's be honest. I know this is old history. One South African told me, but this is old stuff, Thomas. This was before he was president. It's like, what? All this was before he was president and you still elected him president? And a lot of the women were pretty young when they got pregnant, so I didn't know that Jacob Zuma was a big fan of R. Kelly. That was nice to find out. I heard that Zuma is going to release an album, so you should call R. Kelly and get a duet together. I'm fighting for my life, the prison edition. Because apparently Zuma may go to prison. He's been president for a while, now he might go to prison for a long time. He's doing a reverse Mandela. I think he read the biography backwards or something. I really tried to enjoy this festival as much as I could. I went to all the shows that I could. They tried to get me to go see an African show this afternoon. I was like, whoa, no. I can't even understand when you guys speak English, so let's take it step by step, okay? In Switzerland, we have 4 official languages. I speak one of them. In South Africa, you have 11. All of you speak at least 5 in a single sentence. That's what I find amazing about your country. There's so much diversity, there's so much different cultures, so much artistry, you have a lot of imagination, and yet the best you could come with as a country name is South Africa. How lazy is that name? That must have been a brainstorm that happened 2 minutes before lunchtime. We have to name the country. Where is it? Africa. Where in Africa? South Africa. Let's go. And in 2 hours when we come back, we're going to find a name for a town that's on the Cape. Think about it. And I think that's a lot of contradictions, because you guys can't come up with a nice country name, but yet you can invent a whole fake man's conference because you don't want to get gifts for your girlfriends on Valentine's Day. That's some imagination right there. And I don't think that's because, man, you didn't know what gift to get your girlfriends. It's because you didn't know which girlfriend to spend Valentine's Day with. But to me, guys, you have no excuse, because being a boyfriend on Valentine's Day in South Africa has become so easy. The bar has been lowered for 6 years now. If on Valentine's Day in South Africa you don't shoot your girlfriend, you're doing great. I had to do a Pistorius joke. I just had to. I read that Pistorius in jail now, he's got his own bathroom, and people are really upset about this. Like, this is crazy, it's a privilege because he's famous. No, it's not a privilege because he's famous. It's nobody wants to use Oscar Pistorius' bathroom. And I remember back in the day, I read up on all the details, and I Googled his girlfriend, and I was like, whoa. If that's what burglars look like, I'm keeping my front door unlocked. I'm posting my vacation dates on Facebook. I want to get burglarized soon. I want to leave you with one last joke. All I've been hearing about this week in South Africa is Woolies Water Challenge. And so I had to go see the video, and they would tell me, yeah, Woolies Water's got magical powers, and I didn't believe it. And then I saw the video, and I believed it, because it's a group of teenagers, they drink Woolies Water, and suddenly I can understand them. And I really, really, really get why this video went viral, because it really shows something that happens way too rarely. African people drinking clean water. Thank you, have a great night.